Hi everyone, this is Rochelle. For those that don't know me, those that do, hi, welcome back. I want to talk today about this whole weight loss process and the whole journey. And it's a journey from the time that you start gaining your weight and even to the point of even past you reached your goal weight. Now, I've not reached my goal weight, obviously, but I've heard from people. I've had people contact me and they said, "Hey, Rochelle, what do I do once I reach my goal weight?" I'm still struggling because the struggle doesn't stop just because you gain, you've reached that goal. Your struggle doesn't stop. It's constant. You're constantly thinking. It's like an addict. An addict is addicted to all this, whatever they're addicted to. A gambler is addicted to gambling, etc., etc. It's a constant struggle. You're still struggling about making healthy choices, making sure you're getting your water in, making sure that you're exercising or that you're being thoughtful with your food choices. You're also struggling with what I call the fat brain. When I you often you hear me talk about the fat brain. The fat brain's the one that messes with your head. It tells you that you're not worth it. You don't have that you're not worthy of things, and that it sabotages you. So even when you lose the weight, your self confidence is low because you're still in the fat head, the fat brain attitude. You still are thinking like that. You lose weight and you look awesome and you look terrific, and people are telling you look terrific, but yet you are still holding your head low because that's what you're used to. And a lot of people, when I'm talking to some people, I've met a few people that along my journeys with the vendor shows and stuff. And there's one individual that, long and short of it, is that they didn't want to lose weight because that's all they knew. That's all they've known all their life. And if they lost weight, what would happen? Who would they become? They were afraid that they were going to lose who they were. And some of you are like, what? But it's true. When I was younger, I lived out in the country. We had a pool access to us. So we were at the pool. All the family was at the pool all the time, swimming, swimming, swimming. We lived, like I said, we lived in the country. So and my relatives lived all around us. So anytime that we wanted to see someone, we had to walk to their house. And we didn't have all these technologies and all this tools and all this stuff that the kids have today. So we had to come up with our own ideas. And a lot of it was activity things. We were constantly going. So, a lot of people come up with the idea that when they see someone that's heavier, that they're heavier because they're lazy and they don't, and they're eating a lot of food. That's not always the case. Sometimes it is hereditary. Sometimes you got some of this hereditary. And then now people are going to hear that and they're going to say, well, that's a cop out. But no, it does play a factor in it. We still own, like I said, that we're putting the food in our mouth. There's also conditions, thyroid, cancer patients sometimes gain weight. There are treatments. People are going through treatments and they gain weight. Some people give up smoking. They give up a bad habit and they gain another bad habit. And so they quit smoking and now they gain the weight. Um, Also medical wise, like besides the conditions, medicines. Sometimes there's medicines out there that people are taking to for their health problems, and it's contributing to them gaining their weight. So the moral of it is, please don't judge people because you don't know what's going on with them. You don't know what why they are the way they are, and it doesn't help when you're placing judgment on someone and telling them that they're not worth it and that they can't do this and they can't do that. I want to touch bases on that because when I was little, I knew that I was gaining weight, like in fifth grade or so. I knew I was gaining weight, and I decided that I was going to take this stuff into my own hands, and I was going to go out and I was going to start exercising, and I'd run the roads and I walk them, and people would drive by, roll their windows down, young and older. I'm a teenager, and I've got even older people out there driving by and calling me fat and telling me that, you're losing the battle, keep going, or just give up now. It's worthless. Look at you. It's obviously not working. And it continues. A lot of people say they haven't heard these stories. Well, that's because I was embarrassed. Why would I want to tell someone that, people were so mean to me? You know? Fast forward to today, use those words that people are saying, because now I've got the steps. I found Skinny Fiber to help me in my journey, to help me lose weight naturally. And I'm so proud and so happy. And I'm, proud of how far I've come. And I'm proud of where I am today. And I'm proud of what I'm capable of doing yet. So people used to tell me too, when I said that my goal was that I wanted to do a 5K, and people were like, yeah, whatever. Well, you know what? Instead of sitting there and getting upset with them and getting mad at them and telling them, oh yeah, and whatever, and fighting back, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But I did use those words that those people said to me, and you put them to heart to a point, used them in my gut, and I used them as power. You know why? Because I was going to prove to them that I can do it, and I will do it, and I'm going to do it. Well, guess what? I did my 5K. I've done a couple 5Ks. And did I run them? No. Did I, I walked them. And the next year that I did it, I did a better time than I did in the first year. To me, that's a win. You're doing something. You're getting off the couch. You're getting off that hamster wheel of ongoing, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? People don't jump off the couch and run a marathon without some training and some practice. It just doesn't happen. I've not heard of one person that has done that yet, that they've gone from couch bound to running a marathon. If they did, I would love to hear from you. Really. I want to know how you did it. If you are moving and you're doing something more than you did yesterday, that's good. Okay? A butterfly does not just become a butterfly. A butterfly starts off as a caterpillar. And that caterpillar has to go through the cocoon. And when it comes out of the cocoon, it still doesn't just fly. Even once it becomes that butterfly, it doesn't fly. It has to wiggle its way out of the cocoon. It has to spread its wet wings and flutter a little bit. It has to dry. And it flutters, and it starts to spread its wings, and eventually that butterfly takes off. You're that butterfly. Don't get stuck in the cocoon. Don't get stuck as being just the caterpillar. You have wings. Use them. Be that beautiful butterfly that I see. Don't let words of other people determine that you're going to stay a caterpillar. Because gosh darn it, you're better than that. Okay? So be the butterfly. Bring the butterfly from within out. Spread your wings, fly, and use those words to be the wind beneath your wings. Pun. But let those words strengthen you and help you spread your wings and